Welcome back to another edition of A Knights TV. I'm Kyle Gramard along with Spencer Burke. And Spencer, a huge way to kick off the regular season with a 5-2 victory in their home opener over the Windsor Spitfires.
Yeah, big win for London on Friday night, and one line in particular really stood out in this game and took control. The line of Matvei Guskov, Connor McMichael, and Nathan Dunkley combined for 9 points. You actually got the chance to speak to Connor after the game.
I did, and you know what the funny thing was? We had a chance to chat about the chemistry between the three of them, and he said that they only practiced for the first time a day before the regular season opener, so clearly there's some instant chemistry right there. I'm very excited to see how that chemistry is going to develop over the course of the season. Here's our chat with Connor. Connor, 2 goals to open up the home opener against the rival Windsor Spitfires. I mean, how did it feel like there, like the energy out there?
Oh, it was great. We had a great fan base tonight. A lot of credit to the crowd for bringing the energy. Also, my 2 line mates, Guskov and Dunkley, really clicked there, so it was an overall great game.
Yeah, 9 points between the three of you guys. Talk about the chemistry that you guys have between one another. Was that something that you developed over the preseason or just kind of happened?
Oh, this is our first time playing together. We practiced together yesterday for the first time, so obviously we're happy with the result and hopefully we can keep it up.
Obviously, that line is going to get a lot of credit for the win, but another guy who deserves a lot of credit is Knights netminder Jordan Coy.
Yeah, and he was very steady in the net for the Knights, making 24 of 26 stops, particularly in that second period where he had to come up with a big penalty shot stop to really preserve that, tie going into the third period. That really propelled the Knights to kind of take over in that third period.
Yeah, and speaking of netminders, it was also announced earlier in the week, Joseph Raymakers got sent back from Columbus Blue Jackets camp, so it's going to be very nice for the Knights to have 2 capable goaltenders going forward.
Yeah, and you know what? They're going to need it heading into their first back-to-back of the season. Game number 1 is a home matchup against the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds.
And we know what the Greyhounds did last season. Ultimately, they didn't close things up in the playoffs, but they had a dominant regular season, and they picked things up right where they left off with a big 6-0 win in their first game against the North Bay Battalion.
Yeah, and a big key going into this matchup is the Knights getting off to a faster start than they did against Windsor. They kind of let things go on into the second intermission before ultimately taking that game, but a big key to this one is the Knights getting off to a quick start if they're going to take down the Sioux.
Yeah, and the Knights will have no time to rest. As you mentioned, first back-to-back contest of the season, because on Saturday, they'll head down to Flint to take on the Firebirds.
Yeah, and funny enough, the Knights and the Firebirds coming together on a trade, the Knights sending over defenseman Ryan Bangs in exchange for a 3rd-round selection in the 2019 OHL priority selection.
For Knights TV, I'm Spencer Burke.
And I'm Kyle Gramard.